violence and conflict in the country. Speaking in Yatta during the 35th anniversary celebrations of Muley Children Family, Yatta MP Robert Basil noted rescue centers and children home bears the brunt of hateful language from politicians. The lawmaker stated many children are forced to seek refuge in rescue centers, leading to overcrowding, hindering progress in the affected areas. Basil called for adequate support from the government in helping transform the lives of the homeless children. The Muley Children Family Organization has supported over 30,000 homeless and street children across Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania.
To my political class, please, this country deserves peace. And anyone who has never worked in an environment of post-conflict cannot understand this. And indeed, all politicians should refrain from inciting or contributing to chaos. Remember, Muley Children's Home is one of the very few homes that have deliberately and meaningfully supported vulnerable children who are actually products of war. And you can imagine the comprehensive package of services that are being offered here, from health services, education services, livelihood services, and even life skill services. Muley has been a beacon of hope to so many young people, particularly destitute children who have actually benefited from this institution. As of today, we have so many professionals who have been nurtured from here, including medical doctors, teachers, even politicians.
Because what we need is unity in Christ Jesus. And again, loving those who cannot be loved, the very poor of the poorest. Those are our target group that we need to reach out to them. Give us more and which will become something big. Small, but also big from our hearts.
And of course, back to our earlier update, President William Ruto, former head of state Uhuru Kenyatta, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, and former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua are today attending their first public event together in Embu. The four have gathered for the consecration and installation of Bishop Peter Kimani Ndungu in Embu County, marking the first time since Ruto and his former number 2 Gachagua separated, and they're meeting face to face since his speedy impeachment in October. And of course, it is expected to be a historic day as they're meeting for the first time. And of course, we expect some political fire to reign during the event. And of course, we are largely following up on that consecration event. So be sure to get detailed updates on our subsequent bulletins. And those are the pictures on your screen. So let's listen in. Well, it is an event that has seen hundreds of Catholic faithfuls and a host of political leaders from the region attending the ceremony. Of course, we will be keenly following on Gachagwa's remarks and other political players, given that he is accompanied by his close allies. Now, also, Kenyans working in the agricultural food sector have condemned a recent ruling that lifted the 10-year ban on genetically modified foods, GMO. The group comprising indigenous seeds experts and farmers argue that the GMO seeds will hurt food security and the environment.
The High Court petition on genetically modified organisms, GMOs, has not been received with open arms, especially by those working in the food and agriculture sector. Daniel Wanjama, a seeds specialist and the CEO of Seed Savers Network, has said importation of GMO seeds could lead to seeds domination. He argues that this denies Kenyans the right to food sovereignty.
The consumers in Kenya do not have any right to determine whether they want to eat GMO or not, because the GMO are not labeled in Kenya, and that is a demand that Kenyans people should have.
Wanjama has further pointed out that the domination of seeds from other countries could destroy Kenya's staple food, maize, which is openly pollinated.
We are going to find a situation where all the seeds that we are going to be growing, including indigenous local seeds, getting contaminated with GMO seeds, and therefore farmers who want to grow local maize and they want to grow food that has no GMOs for their own consumption, they will not be able to achieve that option.
According to the group, increased use of GMO is also hazardous to the environment due to excessive use of chemicals. Farmers are now threatening to mobilize as many Kenyans as possible to reject the move by the High Court.
We have not given up. We are going to continue the fight.
Beatrice Wangoi Mwangi, a farmer, has lamented that use of GMO seeds is a deterrent to the Kenya's culture and a threat to indigenous seeds. She has further argued that the move will infiltrate Kenya's farming system, which she says is to the local farmers. Early this month, the High Court ruled that the petitioners did not provide evidence that GMOs harm the environment or human health, therefore lifting a 10-year ban on GMOs. Mombi Wambogo, K24 TV.
And that update draws Newscast to a close. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Harriet Chimeno. Sign language interpreter has been Evelyn Wangoi. Good afternoon.